Hello everyone, how are you doing all? In the last session, I have discussed the theoretical part of internal reconstruction. In today's video, I'll be teaching accounting treatment of internal reconstruction. So let's get started. Unlucky Limited presents you with the following balance sheet as on 31st March 2017. The balance sheet is been given to you of Unlucky Limited. Under the equity and liabilities, you are having shareholders fund, non-current liabilities and current liabilities. Then under asset side, non-current assets and current assets is been given. Here you can notice that there is a loss of rupees 2,95,000. So when the company is in losses, so how come it can have the reputation, that is the goodwill? And also patents may not be that much economically good. Hence, the balance sheet is not depicting the true and fair view of the state of affairs of the company. There are accumulated losses under different items which needs to be written off against the capital. And this procedure is known as capital reduction or internal reconstruction. Following scheme of reconstruction was duly approved. The company must get the approval from court before proceeding for capital reduction. 7% preference shares be converted into 9% preference shares, the amount being reduced by 30%. 7% preference shares are converted into 9% preference shares and the value is reduced by 30%. If the value is given in the form of percentage, then you have to calculate on the face value. What is the face value of preference shares? 100 each. So 100 into 30%, you will get rupees 30. Whenever the term reduced by is given, so from the face value, you have to subtract the value given and then you have to take the final value as 100 minus 30 is equals to rupees 70 per share. Equity shares be reduced to fully paid shares of rupees 50 each. For equity shares, here face value as well as the paid up value is reduced. Earlier, the value of each equity shares was rupees 100 each and now it is been reduced to rupees 50. And whenever the term reduced to is given, then you don't have to subtract the value from the face value. You just have to take directly the value which is given. Land and buildings be appreciated by 20%. There is an appreciation in the value of land and building by 20%. All the intangible assets and fictitious assets, including patents, be written off. Utilize profit prior to incorporation if necessary. All the intangible assets, that is goodwill and the patents, needs to be written off, and also the accumulated losses. And sometimes there are also other fictitious assets like preliminary expenses, discount on shares will also be given to you. So whether it is mentioned or not in the question, all those items you have to write it off against the capital reduction. And in this problem, if the amount is not sufficient, then you can also utilize profit prior to incorporation. Equity shareholders to subscribe equity shares of rupees 1 lakh. The equity shareholders have subscribed for equity shares of rupees 1 lakh. The amount to be utilized for acquiring new plant and machinery, and this amount should be utilized for acquiring plant and machinery. Assuming the whole scheme to have been put through, give journal entries resulting from it and prepare the resultant balance sheet. You have to pass the journal entries and prepare the balance sheet. The first journal entry is for conversion of preference share capital. Debit the original share capital account so as to close it. That is 7% preference share capital account. How many preference shares you are having? The capital value is given to you. So how can you find out the number of shares? Capital divided by value per share. That is rupees 3 lakh divided by rupees 100. You will get 3000 preference shares. And similarly, you will get 4000 equity shares. Then credit with the new value. That is 7% is now been converted into 9% preference shares and the value is reduced to rupees 70. Earlier the value was 100 and now it is 70, which means the shareholders have contributed rupees 30 per share. Similarly, convert the equity shares. Debit the original equity share capital, which is 4000 shares, into rupees 100 each. Now this face value is being reduced to rupees 50 per share. The equity shareholders have contributed rupees 50 per share, which is a gain to the company, and all the gains should be credited to the capital reduction account. There is an appreciation in the value of land and building. The value of land and building is 1,50,000. On there is an appreciation by 20%. 1,50,000 into 20%, you will get 30,000. Land and buildings are asset. Whenever there is an increase in the value of asset, then asset should be debited. And also there is a reduction in the value of the debentures. Debentures are the liability. Liability shows credit balance. Whenever there is a decrease in the value of the liability, then it should be debited. Debenture value is 3 lakhs. So 3 lakhs into 20%. You will get 60,000. As this is the gain, so it should be credited to the capital reduction account. Then write off the past losses and intangible assets. Against the capital reduction account. So how much is the amount you are having in capital reduction account? 90,000 plus 2 lakhs plus 90,000. You will get 3,80,000. You can observe over here that the amount required to be written off is rupees 3,85,000, but the amount in capital reduction account is only 3,80,000, which means more 5,000 is needed, which should be utilized from profit prior to incorporation. The equity shareholders have subscribed for equity shares of rupees 1 lakh. So how many shares? Rupees 1 lakh divided by rupees 50. Why 50? Because now the value of equity shares is reduced to rupees 50. It is not 100. So you will get 2000 equity shares. As the company have issued, so the company will be receiving the money. Debit what comes in, and capital is issued, so the equity share capital value will increase, so it should be credited, and this amount is utilized for acquiring plant and machinery. When you acquire an asset, its value increases, and for acquiring you have to pay the amount. Credit what goes out. On the basis of journal entries, prepare the capital reduction account. Then lastly, you have to prepare the balance sheet after reconstruction. So first you are having equity and liabilities, under that shareholders fund, share capital. How many equity shares? 6,000 equity shares. How I got this 6,000? Earlier 4,000 equity share plus now newly which is issued to the existing equity shareholders. Total you will get 6,000. What is the face value? 50 each, 3 lakhs. And for preference shares, 3,000, 9% preference shares, rupees 70 paid up. The total you will get 5 lakhs 10,000. The amount in the profit prior to incorporation was rupees 10,000. From this 10,000 you have utilized 5,000. Then how much is remaining? 5,000, which should be shown under the balance sheet. Hence the total shareholders fund would be 5 lakhs 15,000. Then under the non-current liabilities, you are having long-term borrowings. Under that, secured loans are 6% debenture. What is the value of the debenture? 3 lakhs. From that, subtract what the debenture holders have foregone. Debenture value is reduced by 20%. 60,000. Subtract it. You will get 2,40,000. Then under the current liabilities, you are having trade payables, under that sundry creditors. There is no change in the value of the creditor, so you can take directly. Then do the total of the equity and liabilities. Coming towards the asset side, in the asset side you are having non-current assets, under that tangible asset. First one is land and building. What is the value of land and building? 1,50,000. And there is an appreciation on the value of land and building by 20%. So the value you will get 30,000. Add it, you will get 1,80,000. Then what is the value of the plant and machinery? 3 lakhs. To this add the plant and machinery which you have purchased during the year. You will get 4 lakhs. And the intangible assets have been written off. That is why there are no intangible asset, and the total non-current asset is 5,80,000. There is no change in the value of the current asset, so you can take directly the value which has been given to you in the balance sheet. Then in the end, do the total of the asset side. You will get 9,55,000. Hence, your balance sheet should tally. Equity and liabilities should be equal to total assets. I hope that you have understood this problem. This type of problem you will be getting in the examination. Thank you for watching.